have a disturbing information from a very, very reliable source about what they are planning to do to Ejiri. The source that I have the information from told me that they are planning to bring Ijele over by all means, by all means necessary to Oka.
So he said he had from a reliable information, from a reliable source. Yeah. Good evening, Frank. I greet you. If laws didn't teach us, well, yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah. So my people, welcome, welcome, welcome to this line. Let me see where I will call this video for. Yeah. So I welcome every one of you that is joining me on this video. As I said, I've not been coming live because I've not had the energy. I'm just kind of drawn out and like, the fire is just not there. Seeing all what is going on and with the knowledge that he has basically no legal representation. He doesn't have anybody representing him. For example, everything that's been going on because of Ijele, what they have been doing is all illegalities, but we have never had any of the so-called legal representation challenging the moving any motion. Like, they have just been sitting there, don't like, I don't know. Let me not say beyond my mind, but it's obvious. Guys, whenever I come here and I'm talking about Ijele, you guys are always asking me what is the lawyer doing about it. And I'm saying like they are doing their best. What else can I say? Because I'm thinking, okay, well, they just have to be doing something, right? But right now it is obvious that they do not have Ijele's interests. It's all about the limelight. So if Ijele is not giving that desired limelight, you see that they are backing out, right? So coming here this evening, I just wanted to say, let's remember our brother Ijele again, that he's still inside and he's still in illegal detention. And as things stand now, we don't know what is going to happen with him. So Ijele is still in illegal detention as of today, and he has been in this illegal detention since 21st of March. Keep in mind that it's not as if they went somewhere and caught him doing something and took him. It was just an invitation, and he was just kind of illegally detained. And since then, they've been playing this legal dramatics that is, of course, illegal. But at the end of the day, Ijele did not have the the right legal representation that can actually fight on his behalf, like that can actually challenge the illegalities. Because if something is being done illegal, it takes also a counter legal structure to be able to counter that. But obviously we don't have that, and that much is obvious. So I want you to listen to what our brother here is saying before I will continue.
So when they bring him over to Oka, they will charge him if necessary to Oka. Uh, they are planning to, what we call it, life. Yeah.
So he has an information.
I have a disturbing information
Yeah.
from a very, very reliable source about what they are planning to do to Ejiri. The source that I have the information from told me that they are planning to bring Ijele over by all means, by
So
all
they are planning
means
to bring him over by all means
necessary to Oka.
to Oka.
So when they bring him over to Oka, uh, they will charge him if they are bringing him to the court. So when he appears before the judge in Oka, after the whole proceedings, the judge will now remind him in a prison, one of the prisons in the southeast. This information I'm giving to you is a very, very authentic information, very, very reliable. So they will remind him in a prison in one of the prisons in the southeast there. So when they now remind him there, in all those prisons, they have their boys there, either the ones they have arrested before the coming of the unknown gunmen, or after the coming of the unknown, before they have their boys there. So the moment he's been arrested and detained in any of those prisons there, someone is already in the prison waiting for him. In any of the places in the southeast, they have someone waiting for him there. And he that is down needs no fear. Person wey don't fall for ground, wetin dey wan fear again? He's already on the ground. So if someone should assassinate the jailer in that prison, what will you do to him? You still keep him in the outside prison. They will confidently stay there. So what I'm saying now in effect is that plan has been made, strong plan, a very, very strong plan has been made. And they have someone in all the prisons in the southeast waiting for Ijele to come. The moment they bring Ijele to that place, Ijele will not stay there 2 days. The moment they bring Ijele inside that prison, inside any of the prisons in the southeast, Ijele is gone. The person will assassinate Ijele and face the consequences. This is a very disturbing news. Very, 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 very disturbing information that I had this morning. Very reliable. Very, very reliable. So I'm calling on all Ijele lovers, fans, friends. Tomorrow, being Monday, we are going to hit it. We are going to hit the street. I won't tell you the location because of I don't want. It's not good for enemies to know your plan. That's to know, even if they know the plan, they won't know where you will execute the plan. So we are planning for another protest tomorrow. Ijele must not go to Oka because already the plans has been concluded that the moment he appears in Oka, they will assassinate him. They will do it and face the consequences. That's the funny part of it. You might be thinking, will they do it? This, that. They will do it and face the consequences. This information, don't joke with it. Very, very, very reliable. I have ears all around. I have ears everywhere. I have friends. I don't stay outside this. Apart from this coming to Abuja, I don't stay outside the southeast. So I know people. Once I come out on social media to tell you, say, see, believe me, that's how it is. I remember when I was telling you guys that these guys are planning to turn southeast into bloodshed. None of you believe me, but today you are seeing it. So I have information. The moment Ijele leg enter inside any of the prisons in the southeast, my pastor 2 hours said is too much. They will assassinate him and face the consequences. They will assassinate him and face the consequences of the assassination. You might be thinking that it's only the people who are plotting this thing, some of them are not even in the Biafra struggle. This thing is beyond that. A lot of things is going on. A lot of things is going on. They will see. A lot of things is going on. Leave it. So many people want Ijele dead for reasons best known to them. So many people want Ijele dead, and we will not allow it to happen. Ijele cannot have a friend like me. He cannot have a guy like me. He cannot have a man like me, and then he will suffer. No. I'm out to help Ijele come out from the prison, and we will do everything humanly possible to make sure it happens.
Yeah. So, let me see. Yeah, so my people, you've heard him. I hope you can still hear me. Yeah, so you've heard him, and while we're talking about this, somebody came here on my live and he said, serve Nigeria and come back in shame. And because of that, I wanted to go into this, you know, topic. Sorry, I'm a little bit so disengaged. Yeah, he said, serve Nigeria and come back in shame. So let's even look at it. How did Ijele serve Nigeria? Who is serving Nigeria right now? Ijele is not a politician. He's not like Ijele did not earn salaries from Nigeria. Hmm? You know, this allegation, when you have a contrary opinion, they'll say you've been paid. That's just it. There is no evidence. There is nothing. Just because your opinion differs from the majority, they'll say, oh, he has been paid, he gotten a lot of money. And there is no evidence. You cannot say this is the bank transaction, this is an evidence, this is something pointing to just as a general assumption, and just people speak it boldly like they have any evidence. Ijele he served Nigeria because he have a different opinion, right? Meanwhile, we have Igbo senators, we have Igbo House of Assembly members. Those ones, are they not serving Nigeria? Hmm? We have Igbo governors, we have Igbo State House of Assembly. Like this weekend, this past week, we have all these local government elections going in. Are those we have civil servants, like the people working in that prison? It's a federal prison, so even though it's in Lagos, we have Igbo people as the prison head, the registrar. They are Igbos. They are those that when they are saying serve Nigeria, what do you really mean? That someone is doing a video online and just say something that it sounds favorable to Nigeria, and you say, oh, he's serving Nigeria. But is that person earning a living from Nigeria? Like, does the livelihood depend on the Federal Republic of Nigeria? You have civil servants that even after they retire, the pension is coming from Nigeria. In all the ministries, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of we have people of Igbo extraction who are civil servants. That, like, be specific. Are they serving Nigeria, or are they not serving Nigeria? Or who is it that served Nigeria in your mind? So just because this young man came online and said things that you feel is not supporting your popular opinion, does that mean he's serving Nigeria? Then how much is he earning? Does he have a pension? Does he have a salary that he's earning on a month-to-month basis? Does he have official car, official house, emoluments, all this? Does he have it? No. So those people that are serving Nigeria right now, that are of Igbo extraction, what do you say to them? Why do you not tell them to leave their service? Every one of them, down tools. Every one of them, whether you are a civil servant, whether you are a police officer, whether you are a senator, whether you are a law enforcement, whatever you are, whether even if you are just a teacher, whatever you are, just a civil servant, you are a clerk, whatever job you are doing within the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that is serving Nigeria. That is the definition of serving Nigeria. Then you are serving Nigeria, you are working at the national orientation. Tell me, guys, tell me all the ministries. You are working with the National Assembly, you are working with your local government, you are working with your state government. That's serving Nigeria. You are collecting your salaries. When you retire, you pay, they give you pension. Bad, society, they say they are not giving, but they are giving by and large. Why are you not downing your tools? Down your tools. If Nigeria is the devil, then Ijuya. So, it's so irritating every time they say South Nigeria and come back and say, how is the person serving Nigeria? How? Be specific. Just because the person did a video and you don't like his opinion, is that what you mean? Does the person have police protection? Does the person have police escort? Does the person have official car? Does the person have what do they call it? This diplomatic passport, Nigerian diplomatic passport. There are people of Igbo extraction that have all these things. Are they serving Nigeria or are they serving, like, what do you mean? Like, I need someone to actually explain this serve Nigeria and come back in shame. Anyway, that being said, this young man we are seeing here, his name is Ijele Speaks. Many people know him. And they said that he's fighting against his people. I just see it that it is someone that has a strong opinion that is different from the popular opinion, and for that he's being persecuted. And they said he threatened the church pastor, and he said something against his person. And I like to say what he said is not good, but the church pastor said his own also. The church pastor openly said that anyone who criticizes him is going to have problem with their internal organs, and he mentions kidney specifically. And this young man you are looking at has issues with his kidneys now inside the prison, right? So it's the same thing. Which one is worse? Which one is worse? So where is the Christianity? Where is the church? Where is the compassion? Where is the forgiveness? What is the restitution? Where is everything that Christianity stands for or is supposed to stand for? Yeah, so at the end of the day, everybody will say, yeah, the Nigeria he's serving has disappointed him. No, it's the people there. The people that are within the Nigerian ranks that are using their civil service positions to be doing evil. So I believe this is an opportunity for the authorities to look into Ijele's case and see who are all the people that are actually using this case to showcase the way they work within the Nigerian system. I mean, it's a signature case. And I think the tragedy for Ijele and for everyone that is having empathic towards anyone that is empathic towards Ijele's plight at this point is the fact that Ijele does not have a lawyer. Ijele, there are people that say they are a lawyer, they are doing an amachari, they are looking for somebody to acknowledge them, looking for anything that is having anything to do with publicity to hop on and all those kind of things. That's not representation. Like when I'm talking about, I remember in the beginning, when I'm talking about the case of the fire, when I'm talking about, what has been filed, the motion, the details to it. You people are always asking, what is the lawyer doing? What is the lawyer doing? What is the lawyer doing? And what is the lawyer doing about it? If you say these are illegalities, irregularities, there is no place for it in the law of Nigeria. It is unconstitutional. What is the lawyer doing? That's the question that goes back. And up to today, there is not one thing you can point and say, this is how they fought back. Yeah, so at the end of the day, what brought all this problem for Ijele is, that he talked about. Everybody keeps saying, the interesting thing is they keep saying, yeah, when Ijele was talking about the secessionists, that they were with him, but since he started talking about pastor, they're talking about pastor. So what is that all about? What is that? What does that even mean? That because he started talking about pastors, so nobody should talk about pastors? Really? It's strange. It's strange. It's strange because for me, especially knowing that the Pentecostal churches that we have today, they came and started off of the fact that people wanted to be opposing to the Pope. Because all up until that time, the Pope was the one and only. The Pope was the like they said he was infallible, like he cannot make mistake. The Pope was like God. And nobody can question the Pope. Nobody can say anything against the Pope. And the Pope was like the God they were seeing. And that was Catholicism, when Catholicism was the only Christian denomination in the world. And that was what the Pope stood for. And the church was the law. The Pope and the church was the law. All these things you see, the priests, you see the bishops, they were like representing districts. They were like the power. You know, instead of like a senator, it would be a bishop. All these people you see like catechists, counselors, they all have a role they are playing. They are like the representation of the state and the law. And if the priest find you guilty, you are guilty. You understand? It was a theocracy. A theocracy means it was governed according to biblical and church dogma. That was Europe. And that was when the persecution was much. You know, that was when they tell you somebody is a witch and they will be hanged at the stake. That was where you hear Tyndale try to translate the Bible into English and he was born at the stake. This Bible that we have in different languages, do you know at a time it was only the priests that were allowed to read it? The priests were only the people allowed to read it, and they were only allowed to read it in Spanish. That's why if you see the Catholic liturgy is because it was originally in Latin. And only the priest can read it. And then you have to be ordained. So that's why they have that hierarchy. You have from the lowest to the highest, and at the peak is the Pope, and his word is final. Okuyabu, A and Amen. Nobody can question him. Yeah? And that's where the word Protestant comes from, because they protested against the Pope. They suffered for it. They were in prison. Martin Luther, that's where the Lutheran Church came in. He's a German, where he wrote some pieces of questions and posted it at the door. It was unheard of. And that's how Protestantism was born. Protestants. When you hear Catholicism and Protestant, you have to ask yourself, what are they protesting against? They were protesting against the church, the Catholic Church and the Pope, which was unheard for, which was a death sentence before. And today, Nigerian pastors that are better, that their dynasty of religion started on the premise of Protestantism. They don't want anybody to talk against them. They want to be the new Pope. And the Nigerians don't understand what is going on. Today, people can talk about the Pope. Today, people can raise opinion about the Pope. People can question what the Pope said, the Pope's decision. Yeah. As we can see, for example, the time they were dragging the bishop in Imbise, that even it got to the Vatican, the Pope gave an order that they should allow that Okpaleke to be their bishop, and they refused, which eventually elevated him to become an archbishop now. Are you getting me? So how in the world that a Christian denomination, a Christian religious movement that started off the back of people who dare to protest, who dare to dissent against the authority of the Pope, now turn around and they don't want anybody to talk anything that they don't like. Otherwise, they have the willing tools of the state of Nigerian police and law enforcement and judiciary at the tip of their fingers to use against their own citizens. You know, that's why I don't give ear to when people say, oh, religion is the problem of Africans. Africa are the one using religion to oppress themselves. There's nothing you give them that they are using well. Everything they get into their hand, they use it to oppress themselves. The judiciary was supposed to be for justice, but only African people use it for their oppression against their own people. Is it when the white people do it that we will recognize it as oppression? Tell me why a judge that did not see Ijele and remand him in prison, is that not illegality? It's illegality. And they continue to remind him, in a lower court that they know it is not in their jurisdiction. Even the Kwekwe lawyer know. Maybe he did not even kuku know. The kind of, it's still that the same country you criticize is still the same country that gives you that leverage to become a lawyer when you don't know the thing, Abi. Because you already know that you're supposed to know this is a lower court. It doesn't have the jurisdiction to prosecute such case. And you are still running around that you are serving paper because you don't know. And finally, they say they are striking it out that is not in their judiciary, and they still pass it out to another lower magistrate that is also not in their jurisdiction. And you cannot move a motion that, what is going on? You see? So the problem is the quality of the legal representation Ijele got. Very poor, non-existent. These are the kind of people that the system in Nigeria enabled. Yeah, that is what it is. So the Pope can be questioned today, but a Nigerian pastor that came into existence off of the Protestantism against the Pope don't want anybody to speak against him. That is the question. Nothing. Obviously, they are just reacting to the shenanigans. I'm not making this up, guys. You remember I showed you. Let me pull up some of the banners from the last time. When I made all those banners, you remember, you see here, you remember that was when Ijele was still 50 days illegal in detention. You remember this one, it was a chief magistrate in Abuja. He didn't see Ijele. He never attended to Ijele's case even. And the case is not in his jurisdiction because it's something that's supposed to go to the higher court, a high court. And he sat on it for months. And when he struck it out, he gave it back to this other second judge. This other judge never saw Ijele up until this time. So this is the illegalities that is going on within the Nigerian judiciary. And who cares anyway? What does anybody care? Everybody is doing their own wuru-wuru in different corners. And then when it doesn't suit them, they will not start coming and say, cost Nigeria. But the illegalities and the irregularities is working for you, is paying for you. You are enjoying the benefit thereof until you no longer have any benefit. Then you will come out and you want everyone to help you to cost Nigeria. But as long as you are able to use the irregularities, the damnation in their systems, it is okay. Like this whole thing played out before us, and you can see when Sahara reporters broadcasted that breaking news: Abuja court strikes out cyberbullying criminal case against blogger Ijele as prison officers thwart police move to rearrest him. So at that point, they were trying to rearrest him. When they couldn't rearrest him, they used this other magistrate. This magistrate said that the case was beyond his jurisdiction, and he transferred it to another magistrate. Tell me, where does that work? Where it's only where corruption is already an institution unto itself. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you will come back to the question: what did the lawyer do about this irregularity that is blatant? Nothing. And so, is it the church that is our problem? Is it the church? You see it here. It was struck out, but moved to the next one. You see? So, yeah, as long as it suits them, it's okay. If it did not suit them again, they will not remember injustice. Nigeria is this, Nigeria is a faith. But if you are able to use it, Exactly. Thank you. You get it. Now the guy just there shining teeth. You know, he don't even know whatever. He doesn't even know the fabric of whatever the legal system is, because normally you are not even supposed to attend to this, right? You are supposed to even move emotion against it. Even right now, this all this thing that is going on. This one that Chukwumadike is saying that they want to take him to Oka. Why? Why? Because Falana cannot also do what he's supposed to do. Somebody you have granted bail, the judge have granted bail, you have fulfilled the bail condition, and the prison is holding on to him. Why? There is no place in Nigerian law for that. Why can't you file a motion against that thing they are doing? Why can't you file a motion against that? Because he's not under any arrest. He's a free person. You're supposed to allow him go. It is for him to represent himself or find how to represent himself. It's not the duty of the correct prison official to hold on to somebody that have already fulfilled his bail condition. And this is something that the legal people supposed to fight. But what are they doing? They are doing Bobrisky case online. I've seen many of their videos. They come online and talking about Bobrisky, right? Defending their Bobrisky something. But this guy was supposed to be a major issue for you to actually use as a yardstick of what you are doing. So why didn't Baba Falana or the Falana chamber file something against the judge that is writing that in, and against that prison registrar and those people in charge of that prison? And even as this case of Bobrisky not going to prison and being in apartment and the corruption in the correctional system was out, is it not an opportunity for that somebody with beer that is looking for publicity up and down? Is that an opportunity for him to say, see how rotten they are, see what they are doing, holding on to somebody? It is not their duty, right? But he didn't. He didn't. So at the end of the day, when I come here now, I want to say anything, they will be saying, what of Ijele? What is happening to him? When is he coming out? When is he not coming? I don't know. Yeah. So the democracy that Nigeria people got is the same democracy other people are trying to have operating. It's the same democracy, but at least they try to do something with it, something good for themselves. If somebody have done wrong, keep in mind, I've never said if somebody done wrong that they should not be prosecuted. I've never said the jailer should not be prosecuted. But why the abuse of your own law? Why? Like you will see him, he will come out. Like yesterday, I see that one. He came out, he was talking, and you should have freedom to talk. He has somebody that he can actually use as a typical example, but he dare not mention that name, right? And so what is going to stop them from taking him and having their way? So I think the unfortunate thing for Ijele now is that, or for anybody, and I think it's a lesson for every one of us, like never you defend any Nigerian government, any Nigerian institution, because it's going to come back to haunt you, because right now it's the same Nigerian institution they are using, right? Because why? There's a failure in the systems. So the government is incapable of controlling the systems they put in place. The government is incapable of knowing what is going on under their nose. The government of Nigeria, the judiciary of Nigeria, the Nigerian police, the Nigerian, all of them, all the institutions, all the functions that they are doing, they are committing illegalities and there is no control. Right? So if you know you can do something and get away with it, what is stopping you? So at the end of the day, the blame is not even Ijele or anything. The blame is the possibility and that they are actually able to use actual state institutions to commit illegalities and without any consequences, And the state is carrying on like nothing is wrong, So because abnormality and illegality is normal, it becomes a norm. It becomes a culture. They say, oh, this is Nigeria, or this is Nigeria, implying when you are in Nigeria, you are okay. You can do all kinds of corruption. It's allowed. Illegality is our norm. This is Nigeria. So that's what they are saying to everyone. So right now, the whole thing is very, very precarious, So while we are all doing all these things, look at what over the weekend. Let me share some of the video with you guys. So here, while our people, first of all, we are preoccupied with religious in all these things. We are preoccupied with committing injustice. We are preoccupied by looting. We are preoccupied with corruption and all these kind of things. We are preoccupied with non-functioning institutions, that everything is about to implode. The rest of the world are not waiting for us. The rest of the world are moving on. So at the end of the day, the church is not the problem, it's the people. It is the people. There's nothing they are doing normal again. And it is not the fault of the people, because you can't give what you don't have. Nobody taught you justice, so you cannot understand, you can't even conceive the meaning of justice and fairness. I don't know how to send the petition. I mean, for example, this issue of Bobrisky, and our sister is saying, can we send petition to the presidency and the House of Assembly? This issue of Bobrisky, it's not like VDM went anywhere and said it. He said it on social media. It was just on social media, so they all have access to social media. And they are seeing what is going on. They all have AIDS, but they are not interested. Why? It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve their political interests. It doesn't serve the party interest. It doesn't serve the presidency interest. It doesn't serve anybody, any politician interest. That's why it doesn't concern them. But once it serves them, you will see them, they will hop onto it. That is how it works. So I am understanding it now. So that is how it works. Is only when it benefits their interest. So while we are busy doing all that, Elon Musk has just launched robots. So very soon, like we have millions of human beings, we can't provide job for them. All this japa is because of no job. And here they have lower population, and they need people, young people especially, to do jobs. And now they are looking for solution, and they are creating robots. Robots will be doing, so in a place maybe they will need 100 people, maybe they will just need like 10 people to be making, as like be controlling and putting things in order, and the robots will be doing the real work. Let me share with you. See, these are robots. I'm not letting it talk. Maybe I'll share the video later. You can see. He said, and we have made a list of progress with the Optimus. So this is the Optimus. So you can see we started off with someone, sort of that, and then you can see. So this is all this is a robots. You can send they want it to be able to walk like a human being, help you in the house, assist you, cook, babysit your children, take your dog for a walk. I mean, this is in the same generation that we are worshiping people that are deceiving us, and we know it, but we cannot lift our head up. You can see, he's babysitting these ones now. This one you can see is helping them to clean the kitchen. You can see he's serving them. That is the future. That is the future. So what are African leaders, Nigerian leaders in specific, what are they doing? So this one is the boss. So he can go shopping. You can see he has gone to shop. He has bought groceries. This is the world. This is the 21st century. African people are stuck, and Nigeria being in the front, stuck in shenanigans, stupidity, and wickedness. Because why? They cannot conceive. They cannot even come out in that darkness. You are going to church, but you have harbored such bitterness and cruelty. You want someone to suffer because they say something you don't like. The world has moved on. The world is moving on. See now, Elon Musk. I'm not letting it up because of copyright in these things. So these are the products that there's another one I will also show you. That one is a self-driving car, cab. Let me show you that one. That one is a self-driving cab.
Right here. Oh, hello, John. How are you? That's crazy.
So let me show you this one. It's having a conversation.
From where you were born in Silicon Valley. Wonderful. Where do you live in San Jose? Do you live out in the valley?
This is a robot, a robot.
No, I live in Los Gatos. Los Gatos. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Nice area. Where do you
So,
live?
like the where this people mind is very far away, and you'll be wondering, say, now the same world with these people. So you'll be going on the road like this, robot self go they waka near you. Really, robot that is literally a computer.
There is. Where do you live? I live in Palo Alto at the current moment. Figures. Yeah, this is awesome. That's what they.
Yeah. So yeah, what can I say? This is the reality. This is the future. Yeah, and we are here busy talking about what Ijele said, that Ijele's opinion, all those kind of a thing. This one is the boss cab. This one is the robo cab. You can see the robo cab is arriving now, and they say this robo cab can have up to. It can have up to. It's a Tesla van. It can have up to 20 people in it, and it's self-driving. It doesn't have to have a driver. Imagine people will just go inside the bus. It doesn't have a driver. It doesn't have any driver. They will just be coming out of it. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? There is no driver. It's like a robot driving it. The world is moving on. The world is moving on. So this is the robo bus. This is the robo bus. You can see it coming, and yeah, it's going to be self-driving in the future. I hope, like, futuristic things, but our mind is still in all those things, so we can wicked each other. They can't even rule the country. Leadership means leading. When something is wrong, you have people in position that are supposed to checkmate that thing, regulate, investigate. They are not doing anything. How can somebody be in jail for 7 months because I say, and the people in charge are just going about their business like nothing happened? Nobody care, because it's usual. It has become a usual thing for every one of them. They don't care. They don't care. We'll be talking all this thing until they will still take it, like that man said, they will still take him and kill him. Nothing. They don't care. Do you know how many people are in jail that are motion experte like that? They don't care. But the world is moving on. The world is moving on. The world is moving on. Let me share the other one.
Right here.
Yeah, so my people, I don't have much that I want to say. I just I said, let me try. Like I wasn't feeling it, but I was like, let me just try and come live today. Because the Osumi, Otiremi, Oyamileno, all those kind of a thing. Ojurumono, I don't know what to say. I'm surprised. It's unbelievable. And knowing that there is no legal representation is even more damning. And knowing that this is Nigeria means you can actually have your way. So this is in Nigeria. Nobody envisages something like this, because why? This is Nigeria, right? Yeah, so even if you split Nigeria into 10, are you going to change the individuals, the human beings? Is it not the same human beings that will catapult themselves? But it's all good. I don't even say anybody should not split or anything. But it's just heartbreaking to see what is going on. Yeah. So my people, I thank you all for being a part of this program.
A robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels.
I don't know.
And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And
Nigeria no want good thing, oh my brother, nothing. They no want good thing. They want to be I don't know, but to each his own. Whatever people want, so be it. That's how they like their country. The same people complaining of the country, they are the one doing the perpetrating the bad evil. The same people complaining that they are going to go and do the country well. They will still be the one. They will give them position like Ministry of Interior. They are doing correctional service. What exactly are you doing? People are languishing in jail for not doing anything. Yeah, so when the realization is hitting you that, man, this is it, it's not going to account for anything. The lawyers are not interested, or they don't have what it takes, whatever, or everybody for himself, their own personal interest. Yeah, so there's no collective, there is no humanity, there is no compassion, whatever. So the people that do bad, those are the ones they like. The people that are bad, the people that are oppressive, those are the people that Nigerian people love. So I don't talk anything. No, me, I don't talk. Say when I have the energy, I will start cooking. I hope people will like my cooking. They are not. The problem is they are saying that they are doing pro bono. It's not as if they charge and nobody paid them. They are the one offer. They say they are doing pro bono. Pro bono. Pro bono means you turn to Bambia. Okay, why don't you say this is my fee, right? Because he who paid the piper detects the tone. But they are saying offer. I am doing pro bono. Yeah. They will say they are doing pro bono. Then do it. What is what doing is not doing well. It's unfortunate. Yeah, my people. So I want to appreciate every one of you. It's almost an hour. I have to go now. It's more than an hour. Yeah. Yeah. My sister Folashe, if you know how to write the petition, please inbox me. I've never done. Normally, I'm not even into all this legal stuff or legality, but you just look into it a little bit, you get a grasp of what is going on. It's not that deep, right? Yeah. So if you know how to go about the petition, you can let me know. I mean, it's something that we can do, then we have to do it. Because like that man, Chukwumadike is saying, if that is what they are planning, I don't see anything that is going to stop them, right? Yeah, Okoma, I greet you. Let me greet everybody that is here once again. I want to appreciate you, Igwe Abuchi. I greet you, Folashe. Thank you so much. Sam, I greet you. Ukoma Nonyelo, I greet you. Solomon the King, I greet you. Jonathan, I greet you. Jonathan Okafo. Frank O. Itwa, you're welcome. I greet you. Good evening. Ugi, I greet you. Good evening, Iyore. Who else have I not greet? Jonathan Okafo, I greet you. Uzo Amadio, I greet you. Adaches, I greet you. You're welcome. Good evening to you all. Herbert, you're welcome once again. I appreciate every one of you. Yeah, I know this video was a leave me. Hopefully, so at some point we will see an end to this, and I will be able to come back in my normal strength. And I pray that it will not come down to what we are fearing, and so I don't try to put my energy in that line of thought. So please, let's continue to put our prayers out for Igele, for the mercy of God upon his soul, and that the enemies that have contrived and gathered, that they will not succeed in this that they are doing, and using instruments of the Nigerian state and the Nigerian state, seems, incapable, or I don't know how else to say it. So right now we can only pray. So please pray for Ijele. Remember him in your prayers. Remember Ijele in your prayers, please. That's all I can say at this point. Ijele is still in illegal detention, and at this point, he doesn't have any lawyers that are representing him. The lawyers are just saying that they are a lawyer, but they are not doing anything for his um, to defend him. And I'm not seeing anything that they are doing. Then if they are doing anything, they need to come out and say this is exactly what we are doing, because from the outside, if you are looking at it, you are not seeing what they are doing. If what Chukwumadike is saying is true, so we really need to pray for Ijele. So my people, put him in your prayers. My prayer is that God Almighty will fight for him, and I pray that God will preserve his life. I pray that his enemies will not triumph over him. And I pray also for the family, his children, his wife, for God to give them the strength to continue to bear this tragedy that has come upon them and their family. And I pray for Ijele's kidney, that God Almighty will preserve them, even as he looks helpless, that something will happen, and it will come out in a positive outcome. Please pray for Ijele. Ijele's case is a civil case that involves, I said, there is no criminality involved. There is no terrorism involved. And if anybody have sinned, let him have the consequence of his sin. If somebody broke the law, you read that the consequence that is written in the law, that this is the consequence for this action that the person took. I've never said if someone is wrong, he shouldn't face the consequences of his action. But what we have seen so far is the perversion of the course of justice. We have seen illegalities of the Nigerian judicial system come to light, and it's a very, very big disappointment. But we are not hopeless, because we know there is a God that supersedes all humans, that supersedes all human intentions. And we know that God Almighty will come through for him. That is for sure. I know it's a trying time, and in everything there is a learning curve in it. There's a learning curve in it, and I know that after all these things, that Ijele will have cause, and all of us will also have cause to thank God, and also to reflect, and take count of the journey so far, and where we go from here. Yeah, so my people, I appreciate you all once again. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to comment as you see fit. Don't forget to click and like this page. On my YouTube channel, you can also subscribe and follow. Don't forget to support by your subscription, by stars, by super, however you chose to support. I appreciate every one of you all, and I pray that you bear with me at this point in time. It is a tough phase. So when you don't see me online, do not think that I have gone or I'm no longer posting. I'm just as exasperated with this whole issue. But do check my WhatsApp and my Telegram. I do post videos and updates there, so you can also see anything that is important that I may not be able to post on my page because of copyright infringement. You will see them in my chat. So if you don't have my chat and you want to have it, you can inbox me. And if you have it, you can also give it to people that don't have it. Telegram, you don't need a link per se. You can just search it, Blessed on Telegram. You will be able to see the videos I share there. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to come live, but I'll try my best. And I've been saying I will try to upload videos, but I've not had the energy or the strength. I've just been down. I've not been myself, really, in the real sense of it. And you guys, you know, I also have my own family here. I also have other things going here. So I'll do what I can, you know, and yeah, let's keep the faith, solidarity for Ijele, for each and every one of us. And I pray that God Almighty will bless you in this week as you are going out. May the Lord go with you. May his face shine upon you. May he give you the grace to overcome, and may he shield you from all troubles and all dangers. And may we have the cause to continue to glorify the name of our Lord. Amen. Bye for now.